It seems like only yesterday we were here for Super Bowl 52 and now back for the road to the Super Bowl here in the Twin Cities at US Bank Stadium. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the New Orleans Saints and the Minnesota Vikings. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the postseason on EA Sports. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, that's really all I need to say to get you fired up. It's the winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. Now, he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Whitfield. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. Looking to throw. Whitfield. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Here comes the Saints punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. A first carry for Najee Harris. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now it's Jackson. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down now, it's Harris. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Runs over it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
A give to Harris. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd down and 7. Here's Jackson to throw. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That's where we are.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So
it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson there to make the grab. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 20. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A big play there.
Jeez, I mean, what more can you say about Lamar Jackson? We know that he's got the quickness and the agility, but, you know, if you wanted proof of his straight-line speed, look no further.
And to anyone who gets concerned when they see a quarterback running with the football, you just let him be himself. Let him be him. And I guess what you'd say there is, hard to hit what you can't catch.
Eluding the pressure right. First down and more for Jackson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier on this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lane.
He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. T.J. Hockenson with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Vikings are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 14-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. From the gun, Whitfield.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A give to Kamara running right. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Back to throw. Whitfield. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hockenson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 51 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. Touchdown! T.J. Hockenson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now 21-0. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half. Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Whitfield. And this one into the hands of DJ Shark. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. It's a nice completion and a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part. Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. And that nearly intercepted. It's incomplete. Now, remember, he had a pick earlier, but couldn't reel that one in. To throw on 3rd down. Whitfield. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that incomplete, nearly intercepted. And remember, he had his hands on one earlier, had one pick. It could have been his 2nd, but instead it's 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it could be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they are in at this stage of the game.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first. Here's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Puts it on the carpet, it's out. And this is picked up by the Saints.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Pushes him over and taking it across midfield and inside the 45. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Whitfield. This will be caught. Judy. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw. Whitfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. DJ Chark there to make the grab. And the Saints get a late score. Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Taken at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Michael Thomas, 73 yards. And the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, like so many wide receivers, he is a threat with the ball in his hands, and he's able to do his damage here after the catch.
And I caught a quick glimpse of him before the ball was snapped, and there was something about his body language where you could tell early in this play he wasn't just thinking first down. He was thinking end zone, and he got there.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And with 25 seconds to go, we'll see how they want to play this. Caught left side, Williams. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st down, Whitfield. Finding Williams once more, complete. So we come upon half. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And a good return up past the 30, but was it aided by an illegal block or a hold? Let's see. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? To throw is Jackson. And this is going to be incomplete. So no problems moving the ball in the first half, but they'll likely come up empty here on drive 1 of quarter 3.
And it was so important for the defense to get that stop because what we witnessed in the first half was them getting run over. And they needed the confidence, and they needed to get off the field so they felt good going forward in this game.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got a chance to pin their ears back and get after him now.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down.
Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And plenty to praise on the play, but this is also a bit of a breakdown defensively because you've got to be right on him when he makes the catch. Otherwise, he has the ability to really make you pay, and he does right there, picking up excellent real estate after the catch.
Out of his end zone comes Andy Isabella. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their lead down from 21 to 14, but still sitting at a great spot, up 2 scores here in the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. They'll go option to the short side. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Jackson. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Jackson's throw taken in by Cooper here.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
29 is Mike 29.
Jackson on 1st down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
On the draw, it's Harris. Oh, he bowls over him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now, after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll check on his status when we get back. Jackson now. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see? Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On second down, Kamara. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Again, it's Kamara. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays. They go play action here on 1st down. That's caught left side by Judy. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Touchdown, Saints. Deebo Samuel. 37 yards, and the Saints have cut it back within a score. Lutz good on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. That time a 6-play drive, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Isabella now from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. I'm getting a sense that the momentum of this game is changing since the break. Nice play there, and this D is fired up. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. 1 quarter remains in this NFC Wild Card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that will be incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling. Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Throwing on 1st down. Whitfield. That's Samuel. Caught left side. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down. Back to throw. Whitfield. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the fourth. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Back to throw again. Back to Kamara for another catch. Touchdown! Alvin Kamara from 19 yards away. And the Saints are an extra point away from tying this game here in the fourth. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Isabella now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And it's all on the line now, all even in this wild card matchup. Maybe their most important drive of the season coming up right now here, 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Jackson. And Thomas has it. His 2nd catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up 3rd down now. They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, when you've got a quarterback like this dead to rights, you got to make sure to wrap up. Instead, though, he breaks free, and off he goes. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll bring up a 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Steps away. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone.
But give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Late game, that hurts. Take the touchdown off the board.
No doubt about it, and this is where you make a great movie scene, right? Go in, rally the team. Okay, we lost points there. Let's get it back and go out and score again. Can he get it done?
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Let's go, baby.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they stop it here with 1:07 remaining. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. A little unconventional, but another kneel down here as they work towards a field goal try. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. And they'll indeed take a knee. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to take the lead here in the final minute. And his kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down by a field goal, and time, a huge factor. A field goal could get this playoff game to overtime, but this crowd, they are going to make it tough as they line up 1st and 10.
And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
Back to throw.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. And a wild card win moves them on to the divisional round.